Hello and welcome to Calculus Lesson 134. Today we're going to cover slopes of polar curves. So remember, a polar curve is where r is given as a function of theta. And we know that the slope of any curve is change in y by change in x. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to find dy. We're going to have to find dx. Now remember, for any polar curve, the x-coordinate is r cosine theta, and the y-coordinate is r sine theta. So if we are given x as a function, or if we're given r, I can plug that in here, and we have x as a function of theta. And so what I can do with that is I can find dx by d theta. Now what helps me here is that if I divide that by dy by d theta, then I get dx by dy. So all you have to remember is that x is r cosine theta and y is r sine theta. Let's find the slope of the curve defined by r equals 4 cosine theta. The way we're going to do that, x equals r cosine theta. So x equals 4 cosine squared theta. Can I take the derivative? Yeah, dx by d theta, I'm taking the derivative with respect to theta, is as follows. Derivative of 4, well, that doesn't change, right? The derivative of cosine squared is 2 cosine theta times the derivative of the inside, which is negative sine theta. Now, we're going to do the same. That's a little confusing. There we go. We're going to do the same for y. So y equals r sine theta. So here I have 4 cosine theta sine theta. Now, I want dy by d theta. So I'm going to take the derivative. This is a product, so I must apply the product rule. So I have 4 times derivative of the first, which is negative sine, times the unchanged second, plus derivative of the second. Remember that 4 is going to distribute. Derivative of the second is cosine times unchanged first. So that's a cosine squared. Nope, I have cosine squared minus sine squared, so that doesn't help me at all, unfortunately. Now, I'm going to find dx by d theta over dy by d theta, because the d thetas will cancel. And then, that's like not the proper math term, but it is what it is. And that will give me the derivative. So, dx by d theta is negative 8 sine cosine. And on the bottom I have, well, I'll make it positive just for fun. I'm going to factor the 4 because I know I can cancel those. And that is it. Why am I finding dx by d theta? Or dx by dy? That's foolish. Of course we want dy by dx. So we'll just do a little bit of erasing action. You know what? I was praying that God would reveal himself in this lesson. Maybe it's that we all make mistakes sometimes, or none of us are perfect. Dy by dx is negative 4 cosine squared minus sine squared divided by dx by dt, negative 4 times 2 cosine theta sine theta. Now, the negative 4's cancel, and so my dy by dx is cosine squared theta minus sine squared theta over 2 cosine sine. Now, if you were particularly, how do I put this nicely? Like super excited about identities, this is cosine of 2 theta, right? Cosine squared minus sine. Yeah, I'll buy that. Cosine squared minus sine squared. Cosine of 2 theta. 2 sine cosine is sine of 2 theta. So you could actually make this cotangent of 2 theta. if you're super into that stuff. But unnecessary. Just remember that you're on the AP exam, you could be asked to put it in a form that you're not familiar with. And so you need to make sure you know the identities. So that is our lesson for today. And that is 134.